ourselves. Saying I'm gonna stop after this time. I'm gonna stop after that time. Hey y'all, alright. And a lot of us have made that toilet seat confession. And I think anybody that has drunk hard liquor, you have made the toilet seat confession, where you say, Lord, if you get me through this one, I won't never drink again. Lord, if you get me through this one, I will never drink again. Lord, if you get me through this month, I won't never smoke my rent money up again. Lord, if you get me through this one, I'll pay my light, my gas, and my water bill like I'm supposed to. But a lot of times them addictions won't let you. Like Chris Rock said in the movie he made famous, playing a crackhead. He said it keeps calling me. That addiction, that crack, that weed, that liquor. And that's a hard thing. When an addiction has you so tough or bound so much that that's all you see in here. And I'm not ashamed of my testimony, because it shows how far the Most High can reach down and pull an individual up from their mess. Hi y'all, alright. So, I'm not ashamed to say I was spending all night jacking off, watching porn on TV, online. Get up, go to work. Regardless, we're gonna keep it moving. But what I was talking about that I may have missed about what keeps me clean and keeps me on the straight and narrow, I guess you might say. And I was saying that Michael Jackson's old song keeps me grounded. But I sing it as if it's dope singing to me. Do you remember the time when we first met? Do you remember the time? And I say, yep, I do. Then to keep on singing. Do you remember the time of that first high? Do you remember the time? Like, yep, I do. Then you have to remember the time you lost everything and everybody to that drug. See, that's what the dope dealer won't tell you when you come buying that dope. He don't tell you I'm about to ruin your life. And see, that's another reason I'm so adamant about my stance for the Most High. Because not only was I addicted, but I was a pusher of death. So just like Elder Kelly, I don't think it's Kelly. He said in the recording, barbershop talk, that with all the hell he used to raise, that was his motivation, to ride extra hard for the Most High, because he sure rode for the Hasatan real hard. And I guess that's one of my main reasons, my motivations for being clean, and hoping I can say or do something that will help other folks get out of their addictions. Since I was the cause, or should I say the means, by which a lot of people maintain their addictions. And that's a sad song to have to sing. This is the second day I rode off without starting my app. And it's just as well. As long as I keep doing my same routine every day. I'm getting my mileage and my time in. I'm not taking any shortcuts. Finishing strong. All praise to the Most High. What more He asked for of me? What more can I ask for of myself? And I think I just mentioned about Paul saying that he has harmed no man. And see, that's faith. That's faith in the Most High. Has done what he said he would do. Has done what he said he would do. In his Torah, which it says, old things have passed away. Behold, all things have become new. I'm gonna fire up this camera too. Recording all evening, all afternoon, has about had its fill, but I ain't done talking. And see, if anybody has sat with old Rob this long, Bobby Hollow this long on this record, I just want to say thank you. Because it means a lot to me. For one, to be alive to tell my testimony. But for two, to actually have someone listening and appreciate it enough to listen in this long. Because as I told the Most High, I'm gonna put it all out there. I ain't gonna hold nothing back. Because you put it all out there for me, you ain't held nothing back for me. Ooh, oh boy. I'm not gonna get emotional, but if I do, that's okay too. But when I think about what the Most High done for me, see, through all of these addictions, I've learned how good He is. And like I was saying before, I hope I caught it on recording, but see, the Most High delivering me from all that I used to be and how low I was, it should show you, who no doubtably are cleaner than I am, are more innocent and pure than I was. It'll show you that He can deliver you too. And I'm being facetious, because none of us can judge another as far as what we've been through or haven't been through, and how the Most High sees us as far as Him delivering us. That's what I mean. Because we are to judge one another by the fruit. But yeah, I think so much about where I come from, to where I gotta get up here and tell it. And like I said, I'm gonna tell it all. I know there's some things that's not even appropriate to mention, but when I say I'm gonna tell it all, if the Most High give me the unction that it can help somebody else, I'm not ashamed. And see, my wife knows me. She knows who I was before she met me. And she even knows who I was when we met. And so she can be my number one cheerleader, one of them after the Most High, as to how far she's seen the Most High bring me from. So she's always in my corner. Because see, my baby saw me when I was on that bed. She saw me when I had a tube in my neck that all of a sudden out of the blue popped out and blood was just squirting out of my body. She saw that. She saw me when I fell out, having that stroke, and having to call the ambulance, and making hard decisions about surgeries that no woman should have to make. But she saw all that. And see, the sweet thing about it is the Most High saw it all too. And he pretty much orchestrated it so he could get the benefit out of it. See, I don't have no questions no more about if the Most High did this, the Most High did that. No. But see, the thing about it is he allowed it. And see, a lot of times he instigated. Yes, sir, he'll instigate some mess. I ain't gonna say what I was thinking. That's them old days. He'll instigate some mess. And why you say that, Robert? Ask Joe. Don't ask me, ask Joe. Joe knows. Like they say, Bo knows. Joe knows. Don't ask Bo, ask Joe. Joe will give you the show no scoop. Joe will tell you, he was bragging on me. Oh boy. Joe would say he was bragging on me, I wish he hadn't. And then he started talking junk to me, were you there when I created? Were you there when this and that and the other happened? Or basically saying, did you do all these things? Why? How can you question me? I'm the Most High. And see, that's another thing that keeps me grounded. When you got the above all, everything that's given ear to you. I mean, when I think about it, sometimes I am overwhelmed. And it's a good overwhelming. When I think about he's so big and so huge. It's even hard to put in words. He's a big thing. He's such a big thing that he wouldn't even care about little old me. But he does, and that's the point. He does. And he cares enough about me to know how many hairs on my head, and he even saves all my tears. So no doubtably, if he sees and saves all my tears, he sees and knows everything that caused the tears. And he's going to pay back too. For a lot of those tears, because a whole lot of them was Robert's fault. A whole lot of them I brought on myself. So when I think of the goodness of the Most High, and all that he's done for me, my soul truly cries out, hallelujah. I thank the Most High for saving, healing, and delivering me. See, everybody can't sing that song, but I can. And I'm going to sing it every day of my life out here on these recordings. Every chance I get. If he call, I'm going to answer. Yes, sir, I'll go. Well, let's get it. Rodney. That's his name. My white boy name was Rodney, the physical therapist. I kept saying Rob. I didn't want no Rob, it was Rod. It was Rod and Rob. That's what they used to call me. The nurses used to call us Rob and Rod. Because we used to create so much hell in them hallways. Pardon my French, but it's the truth. We used to give them nurses pure hell. And I care not to mention those things. Because I don't do that no more. But you know how you are when you're a man, you're a rascal, old dirty rascal. And a lot of times you allude to what you can't do. Oh boy, you allude to what you never could do in the first place, but you desire to. And don't get me wrong, it wasn't even like that. I'm a kind individual, but Rodney wasn't. He was flirting for real, and I would instigate it. Of course, I'm a married man. I don't take it that far, but when I say we was raising hell, on the most part it was innocent, but I was basically being the what you call that when you go out on a date with a man, or you're going the cover man, or the right hand man, or I forget the exact name of it, but I was basically like his cover man, instigating relationships and such. So yeah, old Rodney, that was a good fellow. I always said I wanted to go back to the hospital and holler at the nurses and the doctors that helped the Most High save my life, or were the instrumental tools in his overall scheme of things. But yeah, those addictions. What a harsh thing. So when I speak on hell and high water, do know I have a history with it. I have felt the gnawing agony of an addiction calling my name. Dope calling my name. Alcohol calling my name. Pornography calling my name. Food addictions calling my name. People pleasing calling my name. Pride calling my name. But you know what I had to do? I had to say no. Ultimately, that became the final word on the matters. No. My cousin-in-law left his lights on. I don't know if there's an automatic timer on it. I don't get over as much to speak because we're not like that. Like I say, people play certain things, but that's not gonna keep me from being kind to the fella. Yeah, I'm not gonna go out here bass bumping. And he had borrowed my battery charger one day. Hey bro, you know your lights on? It's gonna cut off? Oh, okay. Just making sure. No doubt. Have a good one. I couldn't even hear it. I know we stay in the burbs, but it's still a neighborhood, isn't it? Still folks in the hood that will get you. And here, all folks ought to know that. Might have broke into his house broad daylight. A whole group of turtle doves in my spot. do take signs from the Most High as signs and means of communication. But I will not delve all into that. But yeah, my heart really goes out to us today. Like I said, this struck a chord in my heartstrings. And the Most High put this thought on me today. Because I just want to take the time this evening or today and say, I know what you're going through. I've been there. I've done that quite a few times. I know the hurt of being in that trap, of falling for that okie doke. You see, it seems to be such an innocent thing. It's fun. We're just having fun. You see, like I said, a lot of people don't walk away from it. A lot of our people don't walk away from it. A lot of them are out here every day walking the streets zombies. College degrees thrown away. Marriages thrown away. Children thrown away. Houses. Cars. All the things you can think of that an addiction or that death would take away is what an addiction would do to you before you're dead. And I'm going to share this and I'm going to go for today, but I just wanted to make sure I got the point across that I feel. But I'm not going to linger there too long because there's an answer. There is an answer for me. Just like Allen Iverson calls himself the answer, the Most High is the answer for this world today. And it, just like I was saying, you can't have the answer if you want to receive it. And I had something else on my heart, but I'm going to stick with that. I want to reach out to the Most High today. Even if you're not quite ready, reach out to him anyway. Tell him you see what it's doing to your life. And see, that's the whole point. Even though we're not ready sometimes to make that change we know we need to make, sometimes we need to be reminded of what we look like. Sometimes it takes somebody like me, who have already been through all the hell and high water I'm going to ever go through behind some addiction, to hold up the mirror of my life and say, take a peek. This is what you look like right now. See, that's what it takes sometimes to push us on over into the right direction. And like I told my wife, a lot of our relationships has been the final call for a lot of people. We have been the final voice that the Most High is whispering in folks' ear through us. And that's a sad song at a lot of times, but a lot of times it's a good, how do I say this? It's a great responsibility that I get my point across to those individuals so that they would see it the way the Most High sees it, through me, through my eyes. And see, that's why I do these recordings. Like the Most High told me, don't you worry about no numbers. They'll come. And see, I'm not even worried about the ones that will come. I'm worried about one day at a time, saying one word that can make an individual say, okay, I got it. And see, that's all I care about. I just care about dabbling that little water on that seed that the Most High has already had planted through another brother or sister, or me planting the seed and letting the Most High water it through other folks, and him giving the increase, him growing that seed up. And I've seen it so many times in my life, and I'm so grateful. And see, that's part of my motivation also, where I have forgotten the lives the Most High have affected through me. Me being the vessel that He's used to pour out a little water on somebody's life. And it's been a vessel of honor lately. I'ma go, because I ain't gonna go there. Because I have played the fool too long. But it's over now. What that song say? I've been a fool for you, but it's over now. Yes, it's over now. See, it's hard for me to keep from cheering up and getting all emotional inside when I think about where I was and all the mess I have caused, not only to myself but other people. And yet and still for the Most High to give me a chance, an opportunity to turn some of that foolishness around. And put it on a right path to where somebody can say, I used to know that fella. I seen that joker. Yeah, I know that red nigga. He used to not be nothing. He sold my mama dope. Or he sold my grandma dope. But look at him now. I remember that joker used to be up in the strip club, snorting dope, drinking, living like a loose goose. Hallelujah. Thank you, Most High. And see, I'm letting this go on the run because the emotions are flowing in me. And I'm really trying to get this point across that regardless of what you may be addicted to or what's holding on to you, and see, it may be a man or a woman that's unhealthy, been in them relationships too, been in them situations. The Most High is more than willing. And He's more than able to deliver. As the text says, his arms aren't too short. He asked the question, are my arms too short to deliver? And this is Him saying to you today, are my arms too short to deliver? And He sees us black Hebrew Israelites. He sees our people going through the hell and high water consistently over and over and over again. And He's asking the question, are my arms too short to deliver? So this is not just for addictions. This is for whatever you may be facing today. The Most High is asking you this question. Are my hands too short to deliver? And if you know anything about me and my story, you would say, no. No, they're not. And if he did it for Big Rob, he'll sure do it for me. Shalom.